I was the guy for years. I was yelling at you, Steve. I said, well, give me a standard methodology for Hall of Fame consideration, and let's study it that way. But now that everything's gone all war and War 7 and everything else, I'm like, wait, there's historical importance as well. And these games don't figure into the war, and these games are more important. What do you think, Jason?
Well, the first thing I wonder is, what's happened to you?
We don't even know who you are anymore.
We can get to that some other time if you want. But here's the problem. It's not the October Hall of Fame. It's the Baseball Hall of Fame. And so, look, my heart says Madison Bumgarner's a Hall of Famer. My memory bank from being in Kansas City in 2014, being at that wild card game in Pittsburgh, being at that wild card game in New York, those things say, yeah, this guy's a Hall of Famer. But are we allowed to mention wins on this show?
Sure, go ahead.
Because if we mention wins on this show, he's 134 and 124 lifetime. And where is the precedent that anybody with a regular season career like that is a Hall of Fame starting pitcher?
There they are.
You're seeing it.
By the way, Dizzy Dean's a good Hall of Famer. He's a peak Hall of Famer.
He's a peak Hall of Famer.
Lefty Gomez was great. I think he was 6-0 in the World Series.
Dizzy Dean was 150 and 83. That was his record.
So, like, what? No, but Dizzy Dean was a great. He's a peak Hall of Famer. Peak or postseason, doesn't that count for something? No, doesn't it count for even more?
It counts for a lot. Does it count for enough? I don't see how.
Okay, where are you on this, Steve?
Yeah, no, he's not a Hall of Famer. He's not. He's not. Is Jack Billingham a Hall of Famer?
Well, now, I saw that, too. Now, Jack Billingham had fewer innings, and he had a great 1972.
30 more wins.
And had a shutout, I think, in 1975.
Right.
Bumgarner did it that, and in 3 rounds, and in 2 wild-card games, 2 shutouts. Like, it's more than that.
He's in the Hall of Fame of postseason performance, if there is such a thing. But the regular season, he's not. He was a good pitcher. There were many years he wasn't even the best pitcher on his team. And so I think you look at that, they go, okay, Lincecum and McCain and those guys on his team, look, he was so good in the postseason that it's hard. I mean, you know, and I hate having these conversations because it feels like I'm diminishing and criticizing Madison Bumgarner. But he's not Kurt Schilling. You know, he's not.
In the regular season didn't have.
Regular season. And Schilling was a great
Schilling didn't get in. Like I was stunned.
Right.
Schilling didn't get in.
And
right
I am
away.
too. Great postseason pitcher too in Schilling. But I think he just comes up short with the regular season stuff. And so I think we celebrate what was a great postseason and something we'll always remember. And he's iconic. And you're right, the best, if not Mount Rushmore postseason. But he's not even close to that in the regular season.
If we stayed with just World Series only, let's say we never expanded baseball never expanded the playoffs, and we're just doing this and say, hey, it's a great World Series ERA. But now that a good part of the season is the postseason, the tournament has expanded. As we look to the future, and more guys have Andy Pettitte, Derek Jeter, Bernie Williams level, like, hey, they got a full season played in the postseason alone. How do we weight that? Because clearly you're not giving it enough weight.
I'm not.
You're both not. Yes.
Okay. Look, I'm really struggling with this, and I'm doing it as a guy. You've made an impact on me and the way I look at Hall of Fame candidates now. I do think there is huge meaning in modern baseball for what you do in October, but it takes more. One of the things I looked at with Mad Bum is 8th all-time in win probability added by pitchers in the postseason. Now, quite a few of those guys above them are relief pitchers, but Schilling is above them. Yeah. Oral Hershiser is above them. Andy Pettitte is above them. I don't recall their inductions into Cooperstown. Yeah, well, and they have much better regular season credentials than he has. I think it's pretty clear he's a not quite, Brian.
Yeah, no, I think we're not thinking of it correctly. I'll just say, like, if I was just saying...
When you say we, you mean us.
You too.
Yeah, if we're thinking like him, we got it right.
If we were off camera and I just said, Steve, remember Dave Stewart in the playoffs? Remember El Duque? You would just go, oh, man, great.
And I'd say not Hall of Famer El Duque.
Right, but now if you have a guy who is... I got to diminish. Bumgarner wasn't like an average pitcher. He was better than that, and then he was a true all-time reliable great. I'd put him over the top. All right, I don't get your vote. Out there. Let us know what you think. Well, you can yell at Jason Stark. You can say you're wrong. Steve, what are you even doing? Talking Hall of Fame? How dare you? You can, if you want to say that. At MLB, that's why I'm not on social media. At MLB Now, let us know. Is Madison Bumgarner a Hall of Famer? Well, go to a reasoned account. Again, I think with expanded playoffs, we should put more import on those several weeks. And he plays several weeks each time out. All right, let us know what you think.